So the last part I'm going to look at are the discussion conclusion recommendations. Um, the big conclusion, like I said, they did confirm the link between all four of their research questions. The one result or the one conclusion I really would like to look at is this. It says an increase in organizational socialization, increased collaborative culture, and collective teacher efficacy levels. That part's going to be important because I'm going to go back and look at the method quickly after this. Um, but a couple things I really wanted to address. Um, Over the course of this article is purely theoretical and I guess exploratory in nature. Look, examining those links, it isn't practical. The authors don't tell you what you should be doing or what you shouldn't be doing, other than you know that there's links there. So working um, on improving your school culture um, should be at the forefront, whatever that means. And so, but they don't give practical solutions for that. Um, the article is theoretical, not practical in nature. So, um, but yeah, I want to go back to this art. So, an increase in organizational socialization, increased collaborative culture, and collective teacher efficacy levels. When I go back to the method, I know that there were surveys given to 1,000 teachers. Um, they used three different surveys. They used or three different scales: collective efficacy scale, um, school culture scale, and they used something else, or maybe it was just the two. I thought that they did the organization socialization scale. So they used three different surveys, and in those three surveys, it doesn't tell you when they were administered. So to say something like um, what there's no way that they can show causation in there, because if one came before, if they're all administered at the same time, you're kind of getting the same answers. You're drawing it at the exact same time. You can't conclude that one causes the other. All you can say is that they're related. Those three factors are related. So, and all an increase in organizational socialization, increased collaborative culture, and collective efficacy. You can't say that one increased the other. What you can say is that when there's increased levels of socialization, there's increased collaborative culture, and so that this that the variables co-vary. One doesn't increase the other. It's hard you can't say that because um, the surveys were given at the exact same time, so if you can't measure them separately, you just show the link, the correlation, and correlation can never determine causation. So that would be an issue that I would have with their conclusion. And also, there's 1,000 teachers in the high school. Now, collective efficacy is known to be a school level property. It didn't take, I don't, it doesn't say whether or not they group these variables by schools. So it's hard to say, um, you know, if what that means for a school. So hey, if the organizational culture in the school is strong, and so on. It doesn't show that. It doesn't say whether or not the teachers came from it, whether or not they're grouped from the same school. So that's a real big limitation to this study as well.